we've said, before we've said it many times with Glenn Johnson, who's been Liverpool, England, obviously started here at West Ham, Chelsea. Now, when he first came here, he was a right winger, and then he ended up as a centre back, and ended up obviously establishing himself as a right back. So people, when he was a right winger, people were not sure about him. They were saying, "I don't think he's going to be a right winger. He ain't quite got enough, in the final third to unlock the door to beat players, etc." He always had great pace and strength, but over time and gradually, you start to use your experience and go, "Well, maybe he'd be better not at right wing, but maybe the game's in front of him a bit more, playing in the back line." And so that happened with Glenn. Rio Ferdinand was a classic example. When he first came here as a 13-year-old, he was a centre forward. Rio was a centre forward and fancied himself as a centre forward because he was always a very confident lad. And be fair with Rio, he could do most things. He was good heading. He was a good mover. He had 2 good feet. He read the game well. See a pass. But then we eventually put him in midfield, and it wasn't until he was on the staff here at under 16, under 17, sort of getting in for his 17th. It was purely 16 that I played him at centre back. He wasn't happy at the beginning, and I sort of persuaded him that I think he'd be better suited there, because I decided to play 3 defenders at the back, like 3-5-2. And I said to him, "I want you to be the centre of those 3 at the back. I want you to keep breaking into midfield." And he went, "Oh, I don't mind that. I like that, because he could break into midfield and show what he could do, And obviously, again, he's ended up as a top centre half at England International, European Cup winner, etc., etc. So there are doubts that you have in certain players, but what you've got to do, you've certainly got. If you see something, you've got to have faith in the player, and maybe adjusting them into different positions and having a look at them. The other example that, like Jermaine Defoe, from the word go, Jermaine Defoe was a striker, goal scorer, full stop. He was never going to be anything else. He was a goal scorer, striker. So it's not as if you look at everybody and adjust their positions or change their positions. But certainly there's many an example that people would, the inexperienced, shall we say, coach, the impulsive coach, might see a player that's not playing particularly well, is looking a bit gawky, you don't think he's got it, but he may not have the knowledge that he's going through a massive growth spurt, he's going through adolescence, and you do lose coordination, you lose timing, and when you're going through those spurts, I've had a number of occasions where that's happened with players, that they're going through massive growth spurts, or they go out before they go up. They maybe put on a little bit of puppy fat before they grow and fill out as men. So you have to be very careful before you make these judgments. And obviously my mantra has always been, don't make them too early, don't be too hasty.